innuendo. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine.
When the day turns into night, it's you. Under my eyelid, one big fight, it's you.
This is Life We Lived by Omobola, saving you frank and unrepeated trick on the side of eternity. How are you coping with this test of syndrome? It is the new norm, isn't it? And we got to adapt to this change. Anyway, let's kick off the show. What does love mean to you? Remember, you can catch up missed episodes on my blog site, youmasterslife.com, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Omobola Steven. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I haven't seen you in a while. I never thought you'd be so wild. Things are moving way too fast. Why don't we slow down? Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about love, different shades of love. That's my topic for today. What does love mean to you? What it means to you may not mean the same for the other person. That's the beauty of love, deep and indescribable. We all believe in the common misconception that human love can rescue us from our weaknesses, failures, and hurts. We have to grapple this truth that only God can meet our needs and compensate for lack of love from others. Everywhere around the world, people seek for love. I mean, they seek for love, including you and I. There's one thing everybody, irrespective of color, country, race, or gender, desires. So often our quest to find love, our emotions, impulses, or lack of knowledge makes us search in the wrong places. It is wrong or evil to search for love with another man. God is the source of love. When we find God, we have found love. And now when we found the source of love, which is God, He can guide us to love someone else. We shall then have received love in our own imperfections and be ready to bless without exploiting someone else. It is wrong, however, again, to search for love with someone who doesn't reciprocate same. It is absolutely wrong. Love that flows from one direction isn't enough to sustain a meaningful relationship. A reciprocate love is one that makes a relationship meaningful. Remember, I said a reciprocated love is one that makes a relationship meaningful. That's it. Love means different things to different people, depending on the understanding of the person expressing it. Now, to Ben H., he meant that love is the all in the heart. To Plato, he said, love is a grave mental disease. And to John Ford, he said, love is a desperate madness. To Oscar Wilde, he went ahead to say, love is the mutual understanding. Now, other definitions of love is that it's a feeling that may not last. Number 2 is that it's a euphemism for a sexual relationship. Number 3 is the feeling of fondness towards the provider. So, what does love mean to you?
When the day turns into night, it's you. Under my eyelid, one big fight, it's you. Well, everything can go to pieces, I don't care, as long as you're there. Like the sun kisses the clouds.
Now, a broader perspective in attempting to capture the real essence of love will be classifying it into 3 major categories. Listen up. Number 1 category is romantic love. Number 2 category is the love of friendship. And number 3 is covenant love. And so let's talk about romantic love. This type of love, romantic love, is based on feelings and emotions. It is usually passion-induced. Normally, romantic love includes the allure, excitement, mystery, daydreaming, and obsessions of love. Most relationships are triggered by sentimental love, usually called love at first sight, puppy love, or falling in love over years in love. Romantic is usually described as that love that makes one come alive with feelings that are out of this world. It is erotic. It is about bonding and being sexually attracted to someone. Romantic love and being physically attracted to your spouse is essential for marriage. However, if not nourished with time, friendship and commitment, it will readily die and is too weak to build marriage on its own. Let's move on to the love of relationship. It's a stage of love. This is a stage of love that encourages the intimacy of knowing each other deeply, unconditionally accepting each other, and giving each other freedom to show pain, depression, anger, frustration, and the freedom of honest expression of personal feelings and thoughts, especially negative or unpleasant ones. Now, this type of intimacy is what we call true friendship, filled with beauty and with life. At this stage of true love, emotions are matched with rational thinking, the reciprocity, mutual giving and sharing. Beautiful. I want you to understand that relationship cannot develop unless you're truly free to be a relationship cannot develop unless you're truly free to be yourself, and you cannot be yourself entirely unless you know that your partner accepts you unconditionally and will always be there for you. Marriage also cannot be founded only on romantic love. It needs to be founded on carefully developed intimacy. Carefully developed intimacy. We move on to covenant love. Now, this kind of love does not make demands at all. It does not make demands. Your partner loves you because of who you are, not because of what you do or how you make him feel or you make him feel. It is the love that is predicated on commitment and binds people together like a covenant. Now, covenant love gives up the self and makes you accept that you're no longer on your own. You become one with another person who has no right over himself or herself anymore. In our culture today, when we become impatient with something that is inconvenient, we get rid of it. Don't you agree? Now, we're living in an era where everything is disposable. Disposable. We exchange and replace without a second thought, even when we have problems in our marriage. But that's not good enough. In commitment or covenant love, I want you to listen. No matter what your spouse does, either right or wrong, there is one fact that you cannot rationalize, and that is you gave your word, you promise to forsake all others for as long as you both shall live. Covenant is for better for us. So, this covenant is essential to make marriage work. Absolutely essential. Therefore, be careful how quickly you say, I do. That's it. However, all 3 points that I mentioned are very important if a marriage is to be happy and meaningful. Also, if a relationship is to be happy and meaningful. Just as covenant loves make love last, friendship love makes it healthy and functional, while romantic love adds glamour and zest to the marriage. A measure of the love you share with somebody can be determined or evaluated by how you feel when you're with him or her. In other words, how does he or she make you feel? That's a good question. Does he or she bring out the best in you? Another good question. Mostly, what we call love is far from the kind of love that will sustain marriage. Absolutely. So, you need to look inwards and determine whether the feelings and emotions that exist between you and your partner will stand the test of true love. Love, once again, can make or break people. So, you need to be very careful when interpreting your feelings towards the other person. Is the feeling that you have for this person predicated on an inner beauty or inner physical beauty? In other words, is it the content you're about or the content that you love? Although both are very important, you cannot appreciate the content if you don't like the content. Inner beauty really possesses the superior material that true love is made of. Beautiful. And so, I am signing out with the words of Dr. Seuss. He said, you know you're in love when you can fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. Interesting. Remember, you can catch up missed episodes of my podcast show on iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Deezer, Castbox, iTunes, Google Podcast, and Listen Notes. Simply search for Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen, and I promise you a worthwhile listening experience. From me to you, practice the safety rules. Wash your hands often, sanitize, and practice social distance. It really serves a lot. I sign out. Kiss, kiss.